For this example, we need to find an integrating factor for the inexact equation. So here we have, we're going to assume this is inexact, and we're going to have to compute the partials of Mars and Neptune anyway to figure that out and to find the integrating factor. So let's get started. Let's write this one is Mars of x comma y. Then this whole piece is Neptune of x comma y. All right, so let's start off. We will need these no matter what. So partial Mars partial y is equal to, okay, that doesn't look so bad. So the 3 pops out, becomes 6 in front, and we have xy squared. All right, and then we have our partial Neptune partial x. All right, so let's see, we have a 6xy squared. Then we also have a 2xy cubed and plus 0. So those definitely aren't equal, so this is not an exact equation. So now let's try, mu of x. Maybe there's a function of x that'll work. All right, so the equation for this, right, we end up with mu prime of x over mu of x is equal to partial Mars partial y minus partial Neptune partial x over Neptune. All right, so let's get started on that here. So that's going to equal, okay, I have that here, so 6xy squared, 6xy squared minus 6xy squared plus 2xy cubed, then that's all over n, okay, 3x squared y squared plus x squared y cubed plus 1. Okay, well, this doesn't look very good. So this 6xy squared will cancel with this 6xy squared, but that leaves a 2xy cubed on top. There's no way we're getting rid of all the y's. It's just not going to happen. So this was a failure. We tried, it didn't work. So we made this assumption that the integrating factor was only a function of x. It didn't work. Well, okay, let's try finding mu of y. Maybe we'll have better luck there. So mu prime of y over mu of y equals partial Neptune partial x minus partial Mars partial y over Mars. Okay, well that one's going to be 6xy squared plus 2xy cubed. So all right, 6xy squared plus 2xy cubed minus 6xy squared all over, oh, that's not so bad, 2xy cubed. Okay, so let's simplify that. So, okay, the 6xy squared cancels, we end up with 2x, wow, y cubed. All right, 2xy cubed over 2xy cubed is just 1. Okay, so now we have mu prime over mu equals 1. And we can go through and solve this. So this is going to be, let's see, so if I integrate mu prime over mu with respect to y, since mu is a function of y, I'll put that in here. Then that's going to be, right, natural log absolute value mu of y. Then has to equal indefinite integral of 1 dy, which we're just going to say is y. All right, so then we exponentiate both sides. That'll get rid of the natural log, so we'll end up with absolute value mu of y equals e to the y. And now I think we're just going to drop the absolute value because e to the y should always be positive. So right, mu of y equals e to the y. So apparently that's the integrating factor. So then we're going to take the entire equation. We've got 2xy cubed e to the y plus, now this looks terrible, 3x squared y squared plus x squared y cubed plus 1 all times e to the y times y prime is going to equal 0. And let's just double check. Let's see if this is, ooh, God, checking this is exact is going to be bad. All right, here we go. So this is the new m, so we want, partial m partial y is equal to, we now have a product rule. So I'm going to take the 2x out since it's essentially a constant. And now I have the derivative of the first term times the non-derivative of the second. So that's 3y squared e to the y plus y cubed e to the y. Now let's see if we can fit in partial, oh, this isn't so bad, partial Neptune partial x. Okay, so we don't have to worry about the e to the y, so it's not so bad. So in here, what do we end up with? We get, no, we essentially already did this before. So it ends up being 6xy squared plus 2xy cubed. Here, I can get rid of that. Oh, times e to the y. I do need that parenthesis. And if I multiply this out, it looks like they're going to be equal. I get 6 from the 3 times the 2, xy squared. And that e to the y, I'll just leave it there. Not too many 2 steps at once. So then I have 2xy cubed e to the y. And so, right, 6xy squared e to the y plus 2xy cubed e to the y. It's exact now. Now exact.